morning, everyone. I'm Anadhika Goswami from Christ University. I'm studying computer science with specialization in data science. This is my project Birdie. It's basically an AI bird identification system, and it's also got a RAG chatbot. So, starting with why I've chosen this project, it's basically as an avid bird watcher myself, I thought it's a very interesting thing to do, and also bird like identifying birds is surprisingly difficult. Like even because it's very similar. Like bird watchers themselves struggle to differentiate them. So I have for this project I've used for the front end I've used React, and for the motions I've used Frame Motion. For the backend, I've used Fast API with Python, and for the AI component, I've used PyTorch, OpenCV, and my CNN model is EfficientNet. And as for my RAG component, I've used like LangChain and FAIs as sentence transformers for the pipeline, and I've deployed all of these on Microsoft Azure with GitHub Actions for the automation. Moving on to the AI section, as mentioned, I've used CNN, so I've used EfficientNet. This is a pre-trained like model specifically for image classification, and I fine-tuned it on the CUP dataset, which is a research-grade dataset for birds, basically. And then I've added an explainability feature because I think CNNs are often seen as a black box. So I thought maybe adding explainability layer would really help. So what I've used here is GradCam. GradCam is like it'll overlay a heat map over the image. So it'll tell us like where exactly the neural network actually looked to make its decision. And finally, for my RAG engine, as mentioned, I've used FAISS vector and sentence transformers, and that helps to ground our grok, which I've used grok, so it'll help us ground the LLM, and as it only refers to the knowledge base I created. And now for the deployment, as mentioned, I have deployed it over Microsoft Azure. So the front end is deployed on Azure static web pages. The backend is through container apps via Docker on, again, Microsoft Azure. And the images are stored on as Docker images on Azure Container Registry. And it is all automated via GitHub Actions. So here you can see the system architecture. Basically, whenever a user uploads an image, it goes via the Azure static web pages, goes to the backend layer, which is our Fast API layer, in the container apps via Docker, and then it will fetch data from our container registry, and it will use our LLM and AI features, the CNN, and all of this is automated via GitHub Actions. So essentially, whenever I push something new, all of this will be triggered all over again. I don't have to do it from Azure, from scratch. Now I'll just show you the demo. So here you can see I have already taken out an image of a kingfisher. So I'm gonna upload it here. Yeah, so this will now fetch our database that I mentioned from Docker images, and will give us the result. You will see. Every time, because I'm using the free versions of Azure, only I can use CPU right now, not GPU. So, right, so as you can see, it has identified it correctly as the white-breasted kingfisher. So this was the GradCam layer I was talking about. This is where the neural network actually looked at to understand what species it was. So I can turn this off over here, and here you can see the various, these are all from the knowledge base that I have created. So here you see the different details about the kingfisher, say its habitat, geographic, distribution, diet, migration, all sorts of details. And over here you can ask questions to our grok LLM. So say I can ask, is this bird endangered? So this will fetch data specifically from the knowledge base and not search the internet. That will help it ground and not hallucinate information. Right, so as you can see, it says it is listed as least concern by the IUCN, which means it is not endangered, and but it is some of these are some dangers that this species faces. So yes, that is my project.